Hey everyone, welcome back to Gold Rush Reporter. I'm your gold and silver analyst, here to break down the metals that really matter. And today, we're talking silver, the metal that often gets overlooked but is about to take center stage. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button, click the bell, and turn on all alerts so you never miss a silver update. Trust me, if you care about protecting your wealth in these uncertain times, you'll want to stay tuned. Now let's get right into it. Buying silver has arguably been the smartest investment of the last century. Don't get me wrong, gold, cryptocurrencies and stocks all have their place. But when it comes to versatility, scarcity and real-world demand, silver wins hands down. Why? Because silver isn't just a store of value like gold, it's an industrial powerhouse. It's used in electronics, solar panels, medical devices, and even water purification. Gold can't purify water, but silver can. Silver also has the highest thermal conductivity, electrical conductivity, and light sensitivity among metals. That means its value isn't purely financial. It has practical applications that will only increase as technology advances. And here's the kicker. There are very few silver mines compared to gold. Most mines focus on gold, lead, or zinc. That makes silver increasingly scarce while demand keeps growing. Think about this. The ratio of gold to silver mined historically is about 7-1, yet the market price is gold roughly 80 times higher than silver. That's insane considering silver's industrial importance, versatility, and scarcity. Silver isn't just cheap gold. It's a mispriced asset with enormous upside potential. Historically, silver was even considered holy. Ancient cultures believed it could purify water, and in some eras, it was valued equally to gold. In fact, the first money was silver, not gold. It's no wonder that even today, silver remains far underpriced, especially compared to gold. Now, I know some of you may be thinking, why not just buy gold? Sure, gold is stable and important, but silver gives more opportunity at a lower entry price. For example, $4,000 in gold is substantial, but $45 in silver can provide the same kind of leverage for a modern stacker. If you're serious about protecting wealth and planning for the future, silver is the obvious choice. Let's make this practical. Imagine sitting down with a friend at a bar. Not that I drink, but bear with me. One guy puts money into stocks. I might choose silver. I could give him 500 reasons why silver is the smarter, more practical investment, and another 500 reasons why crypto or equities are more volatile and risky. Statistically, rationally, and realistically, silver makes sense. And here's a key point. Global policymakers are now recognizing its importance. The US government has formally designated silver as a vital mineral, highlighting its critical industrial and strategic role. Fresh capital is flowing into silver, while supply is tightening. Meanwhile, shorts trying to bet against it are facing unprecedented challenges. Silver isn't just a financial asset, it's an industrial powerhouse. Unlike gold, which is mostly decorative or a store of value, silver is essential in electronics, solar panels, sensors, switches, electric vehicles, AI robotics, and even military equipment like drones and missile guidance systems. As technology advances, demand keeps increasing. Take solar energy, for instance. India alone purchased nearly 1,000 tons of silver for solar panel installations in a single month. Globally, the adoption of solar power is rising rapidly, and every panel requires silver to function. This industrial consumption adds structural demand, and as green energy and electrification expand, so does silver's importance. Next-generation batteries also rely heavily on silver. Samsung's new solid-state batteries, which charge in 9 minutes and last longer, use silver ions to increase energy density and efficiency. Future vehicles, smart grids, and renewable power systems will require even more silver. Essentially, every technological breakthrough amplifies demand. On the supply side, silver is scarce. Most of it comes as a byproduct of mining gold, lead, or zinc, not from dedicated silver mines. Over the last 5 years, hundreds of millions of ounces of silver have been removed from above-ground stockpiles. Even the remaining reserves are often locked away for industrial or strategic purposes, leaving the market tight. China's silver inventory highlights the shortage. Shanghai vaults have dropped below 400 tons for the first time, and storage capacity is running out. Export restrictions from China are tightening supply chains globally. At the same time, the US recognizes silver as a critical mineral, making government acquisition a priority. Combined with rising demand from ETFs and other investors, the market faces a perfect storm of scarcity meeting rising consumption. These dynamics explain recent price surges. Silver recently hit $54 per ounce, but this is just a reflection of the growing imbalance between supply and demand. Long term, the silver to gold ratio remains skewed. Gold trades roughly 80 times higher per ounce, yet silver is far more industrially indispensable. Eventually, market forces are likely to adjust the price closer to its intrinsic value, providing strong potential gains for those who hold strategically. For anyone stacking silver today, the key is to focus on quality, liquidity, and industrial demand trends, rather than chasing hype or short-term spikes. Strategic buying, paired with awareness of supply constraints, positions investors to benefit from this long-term structural demand. Silver's importance isn't just industrial, it has been strategically critical for centuries. Militaries and governments have relied on silver for coinage, reserves, and technological applications. Historically, silver was often as valuable as gold. Ancient cultures used it for money, trade, and even water purification, recognizing its unique chemical properties. In modern times, silver has been deeply embedded in military and defense applications. From the 1960s onwards, silver played a role in electronics for guided missiles, radar systems, and communication equipment. The Department of Defense maintained significant silver stockpiles, but between 1995 and 2002, disclosure of these reserves ceased. That lack of transparency illustrates how strategic silver is considered, both in quantity and importance. The military-industrial complex has always been a major driver of silver demand. Even today, drones, missile guidance systems, and AI-driven defense technology consume substantial amounts of silver. These aren't one-off purchases. They represent sustained, long-term demand that is largely invisible to the public. A significant portion of above-ground silver is locked into these uses, effectively reducing the free-floating supply in the market. Silver's historical scarcity adds another layer to its strategic value. Mines primarily target gold, lead, or zinc, with silver being a byproduct. Ore grades for silver are declining, making it harder to obtain in large quantities. Meanwhile, demand from industry, government, and investment continues to rise. This gap between shrinking supply and increasing demand is a recurring theme in silver's long-term thesis. Historically, the first forms of money were made from silver, and in some cultures, silver was considered sacred. Its chemical properties, particularly antimicrobial and reflective qualities, gave it unique practical uses beyond mere ornamentation. These historical lessons show that silver has always been more than just a financial asset. It's a functional metal that societies have valued for multiple essential purposes. The strategic importance is compounded by technological evolution. As AI, automation, and electrification grow, every new innovation, from smart grids to autonomous vehicles, requires silver in significant quantities. Batteries, sensors, semiconductors, and solar panels all demand silver, which ensures structural, unavoidable demand over the coming decade. Even financial recognition reflects silver's strategic role. Governments and large institutions now treat silver as a critical mineral, actively ensuring its availability. Coupled with global shortages in vaults like Shanghai and rising investment demand, this positions silver not only as a monetary hedge, but also as a strategic resource with real-world applications. To summarize, silver's combination of historical value, military use, industrial necessity, and scarcity creates a unique investment profile. It's not speculative. It's grounded in tangible global demand and strategic importance. Investors who understand this are better positioned to navigate market swings while holding an asset whose significance is both enduring and increasing. Silver's role in technology and energy continues to grow at a rapid pace, making it one of the most strategically important metals of the 21st century. Every major technological advancement, from renewable energy systems to AI-driven robotics, relies on silver's unique properties. It's not just a precious metal. It's an essential industrial component. Take energy storage, for example. Samsung's solid-state batteries, capable of charging in just 9 minutes and offering longer lifespan, use silver ions to improve energy density and efficiency. These batteries are only the beginning. Next-generation power systems, including electric vehicles and smart grids, will rely heavily on silver. Silver's ability to conduct electricity efficiently and resist degradation over thousands of cycles makes it irreplaceable in these applications. Solar energy is another major driver. Each solar panel contains several ounces of silver. With global demand for clean energy accelerating, countries like India and China are buying hundreds or even thousands of tons of silver annually just for solar installations. As nations commit to renewable energy targets, silver demand is set to increase in double digits through the next decade. Silver also plays a critical role in electronics, semiconductors, and AI robotics. Sensors, switches, circuit boards, and other components require silver's high conductivity. Even military applications like drones, missile guidance systems, and defense electronics depend on it. The combination of industrial, technological, and military demand creates a structural deficit. Supply simply cannot keep up with global consumption. Speaking of supply, it's extremely tight. Most silver is a byproduct of mining other metals, and above-ground stocks are limited. China's Shanghai vaults have fallen below 400 tons for the first time, and export restrictions are tightening global supply chains. Meanwhile, the US officially recognizes silver as a critical mineral, increasing competition for available stock. ETFs, industrial buyers, and governments are all competing in an environment of constrained supply. This imbalance is already visible in pricing. Spot prices recently surged past $54 per ounce, reflecting the market's growing awareness of silver's scarcity and importance. Historical ratios, like the gold to silver price ratio, still show silver as undervalued. While gold trades roughly 80 times higher per ounce, silver is far more essential in practical terms. Eventually, prices are likely to adjust, rewarding those who hold strategically. For investors, this means a few key things. Focus on silver that is liquid and widely recognized, track industrial trends, and understand that this is a long-term story. Short-term hype or fear-driven trading will not capture the full upside. Silver is structurally necessary, and ignoring this reality could mean missing one of the most significant opportunities of this technological and energy-driven era. Silver's story isn't just about scarcity or industrial use, it's about strategy. Understanding supply constraints and growing demand is only half the picture. How you acquire, hold, and plan to exit silver positions is equally critical. When stacking silver, focus on two key factors: liquidity and recognizability. American Silver Eagles and standard 10-ounce generic bars are ideal. Eagles are widely recognized and highly liquid, making them easier to sell or trade if needed. Generic bars, especially from reputable mints like Sunshine Mint, offer lower premiums and allow you to accumulate larger quantities more cost-effectively. Avoid exotic coins unless you're buying for fun or potential resale to collectors. A structured approach works best. Consider a monthly or quarterly purchase schedule. Regular buying smooths out price fluctuations and reduces the risk of overpaying during short-term spikes. This slow and steady method ensures you build a meaningful stack without stressing your budget or making emotional decisions. Exit strategy is equally important. Don't buy silver blindly hoping for a moonshot. Define clear conditions for selling. For instance, selling when the market offers a significant premium over your cost, or moving a portion into other assets like gold or ETFs. Planning prevents the common pitfall of holding a heavy bag of silver with no practical exit, especially during hype cycles. Silver's future is tied to both industrial necessity and strategic investment. As global electrification, AI, robotics, and renewable energy demand increase, silver will remain critical. Prices may continue to spike during supply squeezes, but disciplined stacking and awareness of market dynamics allow investors to benefit regardless of short-term volatility. The takeaway: focus on recognized forms of silver, accumulate steadily, and plan your exits. Treat silver as both a hedge and an industrially essential asset. Avoid hype-driven decisions, but don't underestimate its long-term potential. That wraps up today's deep dive into silver's industrial demand, scarcity, and investment strategy. If you found this analysis helpful, hit the like button and share your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear how you're approaching silver stacking and which forms you prefer. Don't forget to subscribe to Gold Rush Reporter and click the bell so you never miss updates on precious metals, market trends, and strategic insights. We're always tracking gold and silver, analyzing market moves, and helping you make smarter investment decisions. If you've made it this far, thank you for watching. Your time is valuable, and I appreciate it. Stay sharp, stack wisely, and I'll see you in the next video. Gold Rush Reporter, your source for gold and silver analysis.